Welcome to Overview of UAG Service Pack 1 Release Candidate Test Lab Guides. I'm Tom Schinder, and I'm a knowledge engineer and principal technical writer in the Anywhere Access Group, also known as the AAG, as well as the DAIP-IX and Forefront IX organizations. So I have my fingers in a lot of pies. And the pie that we're going to talk about today are the UAG Service Pack 1 Release Candidate Test Lab Guides. First, I thought we'd talk about what test lab guides are all about. Essentially, test lab guides are a way of giving you the critical hands-on experience that you need in order to figure out how a particular solution works. There's nothing like doing something to help you know how to do it. Or as Aristotle said, the things we have to learn before we do them, we learn by doing them. So how do we do this with test lab guides? Well, we create the test lab guides beginning with a common framework, a common networking configuration that is a collection of virtual machines that host base networking services that you use that are common to almost any test lab scenario and are also common to any production scenario. We call this the base configuration. Now, this base configuration, which is a collection of virtual machines that you create and then configure the services, and you name the machines and assign them IP addressing information, and then save a snapshot of the base configuration, becomes the foundation of subsequent test lab guides. This makes them modular and reusable and allows us to build stacks of test lab guides that create and test increasingly complex scenarios. The fact is that production environments are complex scenarios and not really typical of what we usually see in step-by-step guides or hands-on labs. This is the utility of the test lab guides because we can create multiple test lab guides, creating stacks of solutions that more closely simulate what you see in a production environment, yet provide you with the convenience and the safety of testing them in a virtual environment. And then we see the base configuration. And then we see how we can extend the base configuration. And this is an example of a TLG stack. Now we have a lot of TLG resources here, and this one is from the TechNet Wiki. And this one is from the UAG Direct Access Test Lab Guide portal page, where I'll always list the latest in UAG Direct Access Test Lab Guides. The content itself is pretty standardized. Each of the guides should look and feel like they're a similar product created by the same group of people at Microsoft, so that we don't have the fragmented experience that we have with step-by-step guides and how-to guides, so that they're reusable. That's the key thing. They're the same product. They follow the same methodologies. And this is what enables the reusability and repurposing of previous test lab guides so that you can extend them to meet some of your custom requirements from your own network. And these are the current test lab guides for UAG Service Pack 1. This is an example of my Hyper-V server, and you can see how the snapshots are saved here. The summary, and then the end.